We're going to look at explicit trade notation with base 10 block division and conversations about place value. And we're going to use this story problem to do it. The airport shuttle bus needs to take 168 people from the terminal to the parking garage. The shuttle bus can take 14 passengers on each trip. How many trips will the shuttle bus need to make? So I've gone ahead and set up my explicit trade notation here. I'm going to add a little something. I'm going to add an H here for my hundreds place, a T for the tens place, and an O for the ones place. And this was actually a student-created strategy, and it really was helpful for the kids when having place value conversations about their division strategy. When we go through the conversation of what's happening, we will refer to the 1 in the hundreds place, the 6 in the tens place, and the 8 in the ones place. I know this was helpful for students. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build this number. All right, so we have our 168, and we're dividing our 168 into 14 different groups. And so let's start with the conversation of, I have 100 in the hundreds place. Do I have enough hundreds to put into 14 different groups? No, I don't. And so I need to go ahead and notate that. I do not have enough to put 100 in each of the 14 groups. So what I'm going to do now is regroup this 100. So I'm going to regroup this 100. I'm going to exchange the 100 for 10 tens. And so we're going to go ahead and notate that. So now I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have a total of 16 tens. So now, do I have enough tens to place tens in each of the 14 groups? Yes, I do. So let's see how many. So there's one group of 10, two groups of 10, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 groups of 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I had enough to place 1 10 in each of the 14 groups. So we're going to go ahead and notate that. So each of the 14 groups has 1 10, and I placed 14 tens. So how many tens are remaining? Well, if you look up here, I have 2 tens remaining. I have 2 tens remaining. Do I have enough to place them equally into the 14 groups? No, I don't. And so I need to go ahead and regroup. So I'm going to break apart my tens into ones. And so let's notate what we've done. I regrouped two tens, and now how many ones do we have? Well, these were two tens, and so now I have 20 ones plus the 8 original ones that I started with. So I have 28 ones. Now, with 28 ones, can I place ones equally into 14 different groups? Yeah, so let's see what we can do. All right, so how many ones was I able to place in each of the 14 groups? Well, I was able to place 2 ones in each of the 14 groups. So I placed in total 28 ones. And are there any ones remaining? No. Each of the 14 groups has 10 and 2 ones. So each of the 14 groups has 12. So we have down here at the bottom, we can see 14 groups of 12, and 14 groups of 12 is 168. So the explicit trade notation with the base 10 blocks can allow your students to talk through their understanding of place value, even when the numbers don't lend themselves naturally to decomposing by place value. Because of the connection to the base 10 blocks, kids can have the conversation about hundreds, regrouping hundreds by breaking those into tens, regrouping tens by breaking those into ones, and so on and so forth.